welcome back to my channel. In case you don't know who I am, hi, my name's Ruthie. I am 17 years old and I really like doing makeup. So today we're going to be doing some illusion type makeup. You guys have been saying you want more creative makeup on my YouTube channel, so that's what I'm going to give you. And I'm also going to be doing a Q&A, which I haven't done in a little bit. So I asked you guys to ask me questions on my Instagram polls and we're going to be answering some of those. Before we get started, make sure to leave a like on this video and go check out my Instagram and my TikTok. Those are both Makeuppbyruthie with 2 P's. Go check them out and go follow them if you would want to. If not, that's okay too. But yeah, without further ado, let's just hop right into the video. Okay, so as I said, we're going to be doing some illusion type makeup. I have an inspo pic I'm going to be going off of. I don't know who did this because I saw it on Instagram. This is what we're going off of. Hopefully you guys can see that fine. Smearing down the face, and I thought that looked cool, so that's what we're going to do. So first, I'm going to start off by moisturizing my face because my face has been kind of dry lately, which is super weird because I usually have really oily skin. Like, my face never gets dry. I'm just going to be using the Dermalogica Clear Start Moisturizer. Like, I do not know why my skin is dry, but it is. Okay, and now we're just going to prime my face too. Just get my base all prepped first. Just using the Benefit Professional Primer, as I always use. Okay, so let's answer some questions. What's your dream job and what's your dream pet? Well, my dream job is doing what I'm doing right now, but to a bigger extent. For example, like Abby Roberts and James Charles, that is like my big dream job. And my dream pet is probably a lab. I've had a lab before. I just want like one of my own, or a golden retriever. I love golden retrievers. And now we're gonna go straight in with foundation. I'm just gonna use the MAC Pro Longwear foundation. What was the first ever palette slash company you bought from? Okay, so I always got like little kid makeup when I was younger and stuff, but probably one of the first real palettes I got was a Morphe palette. I don't remember the exact name. I'm pretty sure they still sell it. It was like one of the, I don't know, 24 shade ones. I remember I wanted it all matte and it was browns and there's some oranges and like 2 purple shades I remember. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go in with my trusty Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and kind of try to lighten this all up. You walk around your house after doing a look or immediately take it off. So if you don't already know, I do some pretty crazy big looks. I haven't yet done one for a YouTube video, but don't worry, that's gonna happen soon. Usually, since my makeup room is in my basement, I am too lazy to walk up. So unless I forget something, I typically just take it off right after. But every once in a while I will, or I'll go up and eat dinner with it on, but usually I take it off pretty fast, I'm not gonna lie. I really don't like the feeling of makeup, and a lot of the looks I do are super uncomfortable. Like liquid latex, not comfortable on the skin at all. Now I'm just gonna powder everything up with my Laura Mercier setting powder. How did you deal with the hate when you did makeup when you were younger? So I kind of started getting on Instagram and stuff when I was like 13. However, I didn't start my TikTok until I was like 15, 16-ish. Hate is definitely something you can't avoid, especially when you're putting yourself out there. I still get hate to this day a lot, like all of the time. And honestly, I didn't handle it super well when I was younger. I feel like when you're younger, it's kind of hard to handle hate because you just think like it defines who you are. So I thought, at least. But now how I deal with hate and how I wish I would have dealt with hate when I was younger is when people give off hate, it's a reflection of themselves. It's not a reflection of you. It's a reflection of their insecurities and their jealousy, and realistically it has nothing to do with you. Okay, I'm just gonna start out with doing my eyebrows with the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. What are some goals you want to meet in the next few years? Also, love you so much. I love you so much too. I love all of you guys. I have some big goals for myself for this year, along with in the future. Talk about my goals for this year. One of my goals is to get out a merch line. I really want to do that this year. A lot of people have been asking, and that's something I want to do for you guys. Another one of my goals, I have like the basic goals, you know, to like hit 200K on Instagram or hit 4 million on TikTok or even 5 million and stuff like that. But I also just want to become like bigger involved with brands and more involved with you guys, especially on YouTube, as like kind of a long-term goal to eventually partner with a brand or come out with one of my own products, you know, like makeup products. I think that would be super cool. I also want to collab with a bigger artist, like whether it's Abby Roberts, James Charles, Nikki Tutorials, some bigger artists. I think that would be so cool. My biggest dream is to collab with James Charles because I love him. He's such an inspiration to me, as is Abby Roberts. She is one of my biggest inspirations for all the creative makeup I do. Literally love them so much. Okay, so I actually ended up just finishing my eyebrows. They're a little bit on the thicker side. Sometimes they have a mind of their own. They are done, so we're gonna move on to our eyes and answer another question. Alright, so for my eyes, I'm just gonna be using the Beauty Bay Identity palette. And honestly, I'm just gonna be working with some of these like lighter and more neutral shades. We're really just gonna do something simple for the eyes. Do you create your own looks or do you research for ideas before? Honestly, this just depends on how inspired I'm feeling. Sometimes I'll like have ideas of looks already planned out before I want to. Other times I literally draw out my looks on my iPad. And sometimes if I'm feeling like unmotivated, I'll look through Pinterest for ideas, or like I'll see a look on TikTok or something. So honestly, it's just kind of like a mix of everything. It can be really hard to just like think of a look and just do that because some people are better at envisioning things in their head than others, and that's like totally fine. I'm just gonna do something natural and light. Okay, so to give everything some more depth, I'm just gonna jump into this shade right here and kind of darken everything up just a little bit. Okay, so someone said what films do you love the most and also what songs do you love the most, and those are two different questions, but I'm just gonna answer them both because they both go hand in hand. So I don't watch a ton of movies. I really don't watch a ton of movies at all, but I do watch a lot of shows, and my favorite shows are Orange is the New Black, basic, I know, and Grey's Anatomy, also very basic. As for songs, my favorite song right now is Line Without a Hook by Ricky Montgomery. I also like Jealous by Labyrinth. I just love sad songs. Like, I literally love sad songs so much. Someone said, what is one of your fave crazy looks that you did? Okay, so I actually, a lot of times I really struggle with picking a favorite look, but I know one this time. So my all-time favorite look that I've done is this cyborg look. Oh my gosh, it took so long to do. It literally took 10 hours to do, and I had to do a lot of detail work and stuff, but I also feel like I had to do like some SFX stuff with it, and I'm just super proud of the outcome. I absolutely love that look. Okay, so someone said, what do you think you started to actually take makeup seriously? So my TikTok started blowing up about a year from now once I posted my Heat Miser video. Hopefully you've seen that before. So probably about a year ago I started really getting seriously into makeup and doing it super consistently, probably like 4 or 5 times a week. Alright, so I'm just gonna go in with this shimmery shade right here and just put it all over my lid. What is something embarrassing you do but don't want anyone to know about? Well, this is kind of, I don't know if it's like embarrassing but unique, I guess you could say. Anytime I'm gonna go shopping, I get super bad like shopping anxiety, and this makes no sense. I know it sounds so dumb, but I'm always afraid someone's gonna go and like steal my clothes, like not my clothes, but steal all the clothes that I want at the store. So I'll get like super anxious on the way to like the mall or something before I'm gonna go shopping. I'm like, oh my gosh. Alright, so I'm just gonna use this ColourPop liquid liner and just do some basic eyeliner. You're so pretty. How do you manage to keep your skin so clear with doing makeup daily? I get this question so often. I don't usually get breakouts a lot, and I just really think I don't have acne prone skin. I do have a skincare routine. I have this on the highlights on my Instagram. Honestly, I switch it up so much that I don't even think it's that keeps my skin clear. I think it's just the fact that I have, like, my skin isn't acne prone. I also don't wear makeup every day. Like, I'll do my makeup looks, but I don't keep them on for long at all. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and contour. I'm just gonna be using the Hula Beauty bronzer and just doing some standard contouring. Are you planning on going to college? So if you don't already know, I'm a senior in high school this year. I still do go to in-person high school. I only go 3 periods out of a day for makeup. It's a work release, but I do plan on going to college because although I am doing pretty well with like what I do with makeup, I do still need a backup plan, obviously. So I don't know exactly what college I am going to yet, but I do plan on majoring in digital marketing. I'll probably take a minor in art too. And if for some reason makeup doesn't work out for me, maybe I can be like campaign manager, something like that, something in that field. Alright, so for blush, I'm just going to be using this MAC blush in the shade Pinch Me. Do you ever do other people's makeup? Okay, so before I get super into TikTok, I did do other people's makeup, just natural makeup for like proms. I did some wedding makeup, homecoming makeup, and that stuff. But the thing is I have a lot of social anxiety, so I don't really like doing it that much, and it's not like I would get so nervous before. And it's not because I was nervous for doing the makeup part, it was because I was nervous about the talking part. Because I'm not good at talking to people that I don't really know. I think I've matured and I can do that a lot better now. But before I was like a sophomore and I just really wasn't good at that. But I don't really like doing other people's makeup that much. I obviously like doing a lot of creative makeup, and I feel like I can't really express myself when I'm doing other people's makeup because usually you're following along with what they want. And usually you have a time limit, which I also don't like. Okay, so now that we got through the basics, now onto the fun part, the actual like smearing part. For this part, I'm going to be using water-based paint, and I'm just going to be using this Real Techniques detail brush. The first things first, we're going to make it going down our eyes. I'm going to paint that in with white. This is going to be harder to explain than to do. I'm also going to use this chunky white pencil. I think it's from like LA Colors. Is it hard having a platform as a minor? Yes and no. Now, since I am young, a lot of things, like especially with like branding opportunities and stuff like that, you do have to be 18 and older, but that doesn't really affect me as much. A lot of things have to do with just like privacy issues and stuff like that. People don't get it. Like, I still live with my parents and stuff like that, and I obviously don't want to expose their locations, if that makes sense, and people like to try to leak my location, which is super fun. So now I'm gonna take the brown paint in here, kind of match it up to the color of my eyes, and we're gonna do that part. This color can change depending on what color your eyes are, obviously. I tend to have more yellow tones in my eyes, but I'm just gonna start off with a basic brown and draw where my eye is at. And while I'm doing this, let's ask another question. How do you keep yourself motivated? BTW, I love you. Love you guys too. I do get unmotivated a lot. I'm gonna be honest, I really do get unmotivated a lot. But you guys really help me, like, keep me motivated, honestly. But if I am feeling unmotivated, I'll just take a little break. Like, I don't really want to push myself to do stuff if I'm not feeling like I want to. Also, if I'm feeling uninspired, I will look at other people's work and look at different looks to try to inspire me. I'm gonna go around the outside with a darker brown. Now we're gonna do, while we still have brown on our brush, our brows, kind of just following like the same pattern. Literally, you're just drawing lines like this. It's super easy. And that's like what I'm gonna do for the brows. And then we have to do our lips. Let's answer another question though. How did I get into makeup? So I'm a super creative person. I love art. I truly have a passion for art, really big, even if it doesn't include makeup. And I kind of just started doing makeup when I was about 13. I started just doing basic eye looks and stuff like that, and then it migrated into colorful eyeshadow looks, and then it went into like creative full face makeup looks, and then SFX. So it's kind of just like gotten more and more intense. And I think it's all stemmed from the passion that I do have for art, and I just have a super creative mind. So now we're gonna do the lips. I am actually not going to use lipstick for this. I'm gonna use paint so that I can be more detailed, and I'm gonna be using my red paint. And we're just gonna be doing a similar concept of what we've been doing for the whole face, like dragging down. You can even smear it with your fingers too. And then we're gonna do the same, but kind of reverse for the top lip. What are your biggest fears? And if you got your fear by watching or learning something, tell us. Okay, so I actually have really weird fears, and it's not even from like watching or learning something. So first we have fish. I think fish are terrifying because they're slimy and I don't want them to touch me. Like, the thought of a fish touching me just terrifies me. Another one of my fears is worms, and it also has to do with the texture. They just weird me out and I can't touch them. I can't. And one of my biggest fears by far, I know this one is super weird, toilets terrify me. Porta potties, holes, even just disgusting toilets that look weird. I don't know why. Public bathrooms, I'm scared that they're gonna like explode or something is gonna happen. And like, This is the look. It's super simple. I'm going to be getting into more creative looks on here. I just kind of wanted to do an easier creative look for you guys to replicate, and so that I can teach myself how to explain how I do my creative looks instead of just like doing them. If you guys want to recreate it, totally show me and tag me because I want to see. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching me answer some questions you guys asked. Please comment some video ideas down below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy watching it, and thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye!